Hello, you wonderful people. This being the thoughts and theories about the blacklist. Well, obviously this week's episode, I obviously reviewed it, but like during the process of reviewing it, I came up with the thoughts and theories about like certain things about the blacklist, which I'll obviously get to soon enough. And so I decided I'll kind of make it its own separate thing as well. So basically I'm gonna be reiterating a lot of stuff I brought up in the podcast. I'm just putting it in this video format, kind of making its own standalone thing, because that entire episode was me reviewing the episode. So I'll talk about the episode along with the thoughts and theories that I kind of came up with. So just in case you're trying to track it down or whatever, you know, just kind of like I said, just making this its own thing. So hence why this is. So like, once again, I am reiterating a lot of stuff that I already said in the podcast. I will probably link to it as well, so you can just kind of also want to hear what I had to think about the rest of the episode too. But nevertheless, getting right into it, my thoughts and theories, this is all about the body, the bones that are in the bag, like who do they belong to? And my current thought, because obviously there's been stuff I've heard from people here and there, like especially in my comment sections when it comes to like talking about this. I'm thinking currently after last night's episode that the bones belong to the real Reddington. And I think this is something, once again, I said this in the podcast, I don't want to give myself too much credit, but I feel like I said that before, like, oh, it might turn out that Reddington isn't Reddington, because there was that whole plot, was it, I can't remember whether it was last season or season 3, but there was that blacklister who came out, who was kind of a con artist pretending to be Reddington, and then Red was like, yeah, he was dying anyway, so he just kind of wanted to put on one last performance, kind of how he wanted to go out. The reason why I say that is because of what Garvey said. He said to Lily, like, you've been hiding for no reason for the past 30 years. And I was like, why would he say that? Unless it meant like the person in front of her that she thinks is her dad. Because I also put this together in the episode too, because I didn't think, because I was like, oh, how is that her dad? And it's like, oh, like, that's why I was kind of thinking Lily was kind of lying or mistaken about it. And then I was like, all right, that has to be Reddington's original family, like before he became the criminal that he was, because he had Liz when he was off being a criminal and met her mom. So this is like from the original family that he had. But then, like, Reddington's reaction upon meeting her, he saw her, and it didn't seem like a father who hadn't seen his daughter in years. It almost looked like a person who had meeting a stranger, like you know them, but you don't know them like a father would know his daughter. So that's why, because I feel like, for one, if it was really Reddington's daughter, he would have kept an eye on her the entire time like he did Liz. But to be fair, Liz's situation is a little bit different. Like, considering her mom was kind of a Russian spy, it's kind of like, well, any enemies of her mom would have come after Liz, so that's one reason to kind of look after her. But I just feel like the same thing would have been said about your own daughter. You would have kept eyes on her entire life, much like you did Liz, kind of keeping an eye on from the shadows. Why my mindset is there, because there's always that aspect that we've never gone back to. It's like there's still pieces in Liz's memories that are gone because of the whole situation in that fire. Like, oh, it's like Liz ended up shooting her dad, is what Reddington told her. You know, it's like, oh, during the fire and stuff like that. And then immediately my brain is like, okay, so Liz really is his daughter, but he's not really Reddington. The real Reddington, Lily's dad, died during that struggle that Liz shot him. So maybe that's what that was all about. I don't know. That's where my mind is about that whole thing. Like, I could be completely wrong, but that's where I stand with this whole situation. Because it's like, well, because the fact of the matter is, for one, I was like, well, it's been 30 years, so obviously Lily might not remember her dad as much. I mean, you know, because that's the last time she saw him. It could be that, or it could just be the fact is, well, something I didn't think about adding in last night's review was like, oh yeah, he could have easily gotten plastic surgery. Because I was like, but then how did you, were you just a good enough double of the real Reddington that you were able to pull off? It's like, well, no, idiot, plastic surgery is a thing, especially when you have good enough money, you can make a lot happen. So that could be what this is all about. I mean, because like during that fire, we know he has scars on his back. Who's to say the rest of his body didn't get severely messed up too? And he's like, well, this dude is dead, so I'll take upon his persona, like, which then begs the question, well, who is this Reddington? Who is Liz's dad? Because I guess if it came out that he wasn't really Reddington, I guess that would kind of raise a lot of questions. The reason why he's trying to keep this secret, because the person that everyone's been looking for, the FBI's been looking for 30 years, has been dead for a good chunk of that time, essentially. So I guess it would raise a lot of questions, and it put into question who he really is and everything that he's built up and everything that he's done. Like, obviously in his mind, this criminal enterprise he's built up has been for the purpose of protecting Liz. And it's something that he ends up telling Liz, like, this is none of Tom's business, this is none of your business. Which is like, if this turns out to be the case, it kind of technically involves her, but at the same time, it isn't technically her business. But like I said, that brings up the biggest question of who is he then? Is he some random criminal that took over this Reddington's life, or what? And that also would mean, because Liz and Lily are in that situation where we're like, oh, well, we're half sisters. It's like, well, that means you're not sisters at all. I mean, the thing that hasn't come up is like, well, Lily's mom, like, where is she? You know, it's like, you know, if we can get them all in a room together, she might, you know, start asking questions, bringing up questions that maybe Reddington can't answer. And it's like, wait, who the hell are you then? You should know something like this. Or maybe the excuse could be like, oh, it's been so long that he's forgotten. I don't know. Like I said, I've just kind of put it out there where my thoughts lie on this whole situation. Let me know what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments down below. But really, that's all I want to talk about in this video. Till the next time we meet, be happy, be safe, live life to the fullest, and enjoy it. Good day and good